Hello, everyone! Thank you for joining us for another episode of Dice Jailers Campaign 2. We still don't have a subtitle. For all of our announcements, I'm going to kick it to Future Jordan.
What's up, everybody? First off, thank you to Sirenscape for letting us use their music to underscore all of our episodes. For announcements for the show, I'm in a few different stage reading series around Seattle. The first one being Pony World Theater's New Play Roundup. That's going to be on June 6th and 7th. And Seattle Public Theater's Distillery New Play Festival. That starts on June 11th. I believe those dates are correct. But go check out the respective theaters' websites to go grab tickets and come see these new plays being read out for some of them for the first time. As far as announcements for the show, I believe that's all we have, so I'll send it back to the episode.
Thanks, me. That will then jump us immediately to my favorite part of the episode, Jaime.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I lost it immediately. I actually had something. You're not going to believe me, but I was like prepared and then... Oh, well, you know what? I'm clearly old and sinking into dementia, and I'm going to start needing elder care very, very soon. So it would be very helpful if you could donate to the link on the screen, which Jordan will indicate for you now. That is dicejailers.com. Nope, that is ko-fi.com/dicejailers. If you donate, you can click on the link, go there, donate. You would get access to our, what are we in right now? Discord channel. This is not an act, y'all. I'm legitimately addled. And you could go there, you would get access to the Discord where you could chat with us, where you could sit in on recording sessions and get to find out what's happening before everybody else does. And also the money would go to support the actors like me and my need for elder care, and my husband and his need to pay also for my elder care. That's Bjorn, by the way, is my husband. So really, you're supporting both of us. And the people who are younger and not falling apart left and who still have their lives ahead of them, I'm sure they have lots of good things they could do with this. So thank you very much for your attention, and money, please.
It's always my favorite part. Thank you, Jaime. You're phenomenal. Also, before we jump into this episode, you might notice, looking at all of this, that we have someone different here with us today. Adrian, would you mind introducing yourself to the people?
Hi, people. I'm Adrian. Anything else?
Only anything you want to plug about how you're an amazing director around town.
Oh my goodness, thank you. If you like lesbians, this summer at Annex, I'll be directing Disappearance at the Rocky Mountain Leatherdike Snow Picnic. I think it'll be a fun time in June.
I love it. But yeah, we have Adrian with us today as one of our good friends and favorite guests, and they're going to be here to help us tell our story. What is that story, Bjorn?
Before spending time in Cladborough, Xavier had traveled far and wide throughout the continent. His path often taking him to the eastern edge of the continent, far into the Ghostonian Empire at Lorzun, the village of strays, and at times all the way near the opposite end of the continent, in the west, down in Zokrora Fen at the House of the Placid Orphan. This house, or this settlement that was built around a house, an orphanage, is where we bring our gaze now, at a small tavern. This small hamlet that's built up around what was just a lone building. Mercs and sellswords often passing through this way, looking for odd work, money, glory, fame, A little of everything. And it brings our gaze to you four. Xavier, we've met. We're familiar with. He's a little younger than what we're used to, but not much. And being of elvish descent really doesn't show it. But the other three individuals seated across from a benefactor at this table, who we'll get to in a moment, turning our gaze first to Jaime, who do we see?
You see a woman. If it was in Earth, you would think probably Hispanic. Darker complexion, long dark hair, kind of braided back. From her studded leathers and dark colors, you correctly would surmise that she is a rogue of some sort. And the most striking thing about her appearance is her eyes are bronze, but like literally shine like bronze. She has Asamar ancestry, and her name is Ionvi.
And seated next to this bronze-eyed individual, Alex. Who are we met with next?
Next to this individual, you look down a little bit some more, and you see a little gnome girl who just has the appearance of trying to seem like there's something behind the eyes, but you can basically hear the Wii theme going on. As she is trying to look really intense and focused, and just moonbeams in the eyes, whose name is Faithix.
And lastly, as we put our gaze upon the fourth of this quartet, the only other person we haven't met yet, Adrian. Who is it that we see?
You see a dwarven woman. In human years, she would probably seem in her like mid-late 20s. Scrawny little thing with armor that's a little bit too big for her. Hair in a messy bun with all manner of things in it. Spectacles, bags under the eyes, and a grimace on the face.
And Jordan, is there anything noteworthy that to our viewers how Xavier might appear different from what we're used to?
The biggest difference that you will see is that most of Xavier's gear and clothes are brand new. But they are exactly the same clothes that he was wearing, that you saw them in at the top of the current timeline.
Interesting.
Just without all of the patches and sewing and all of the repair that's gone through in the time.
And the four of you, as I said, seated across from this benefactor at this small tavern, the Lucky Fox. Across from you is a very well-dressed drow woman. Her hair pulled back very tight, that goes down into an extremely ornate braid down her back. Well-dressed, her suit fastened neatly, double-breasted, and she holds a staff that at the top of it has this platinum eye at the very top. And she looks at all of you and she goes, "Well, I'm glad to see it didn't take long for my request for employees, we'll say, to be answered. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Countess Aranel Jalim. I live in our capital, And as she says R, you would know you are currently in the nation of the Kingdom of Zuria. And she was referring to the Zurian citizens when she says R. You're familiar enough with mercenary work that she doesn't know where you come from, and frankly, she doesn't care. That's not her business. My residence in Galador is suffering. It needs another pretty trinket on the wall, and I have found just the one I want.
I mean, I'm flattered.
Oh, my dear boy, that's adorable. If you do recover this and you wish to come by for a cocktail party, I'll offer you an RSVP. How's that?
Absolutely.
Now, to the south of here, as I'm sure you're familiar, is the Tildek Wilds, also known as the Red Rainforest. I need the four of you to go into the wilds and bring me back a very specific something. It's come to my knowledge that quite some time back there was a warrior of some amazing renown, Firbolg, by the name of Krafir Dralesh. Now, Mr. Dralesh was given quite an opulent burial, as any good individual deserves. But Dralesh was buried with his sword. I want it. The verdant edge of Krafir Dralesh is known to be quite a beautiful and mighty magical trinket. I am offering all of you 150 gold each should you return with the verdant edge. You are to retrieve it. You are to bring it to me. You are not to get used to it, as some adventuring or mercenary types like to do, and you are certainly not to wield it. It is not yours. It is not a toy. Now, the tomb of Dralesh has been located. I will give you a map with its approximate locations. You will travel south into the wilds, find the tomb, navigate your way through it, find the final resting place of Krafir Dralesh, get his sword, and bring it back to me. Simple as that.
Absolutely. I'd love to take a look at this map then.
He reaches inside of her coat, pulls out a tightly rolled parchment, just slides it across the table to you. Yours to keep. I have extra in case you don't make it back. I would suggest keeping a low profile in the wilds. Once you cross into the rainforest, the nation believes it's their territory, and I don't know how kindly they take to outsiders. Some say they're quite hospitable, others not so much. Not to mention there's any number of hungry beasties that live about, but you look like the resourceful type.
I'm certain we can manage this for you with no trouble at all.
Wonderful. I will just need each of you to sign here, and she will slide what looks to be a fairly standard contract over to you all with a shimmering quill next to it.
I'm going to read it.
As you read over it, it's pretty standard. You've done mercenary work before. This is pretty standard. A lot of it is actually for your protections. To agree that should you return with this, she has to pay you. And that basically, if you don't return with it, that, well, whatever happens to you as a result of whoever she sends after you, she will not let it rest on her conscience. So basically, if you don't bring it back, there's some thinly veiled threats that you're smart enough to read between the lines and know exactly what they mean. But nothing in here seems like language that would trap you in any way, shape, or form.
Oh.
Well, I'll sign it.
Yep, absolutely. I'll
And writes
sign
very
up.
nicely.
I don't see any mention of traveling expenses.
Keep track and you'll be reimbursed.
I write that into the bottom of my contract before I sign it.
Oh, girl.
Well, with most of this business concluded, drinks?
One round on me.
Even better.
And she will see, she will initial next to where Eonvi made the addendum on it, just to show she is agreeing to it as well, that you will be compensated for any travel expenses you have. And she will saunter up to the bar, has a few words that you don't hear with the bartender, comes back with about 2/3 bottle full of some sort of clear liquid, sets the bottle on the table, sets down 4 glasses, says, "Safe travels and good luck." And she will saunter off.
Once she's out of earshot, I just kind of lean in. What was her name again?
Countess Annabelle Jaline.
Countess Arabelle Jaime.
That is as likely to be correct as the one that she gave us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, we're going through the jungles. Don't suppose any of you have practiced at delving through thickets and forests and such?
I usually just kind of find that things work out for me.
I love that attitude.
It's worked so far.
Absolutely. Love that.
I can do a little bit of everything, Guapo, so I will help.
Perfect.
And while she says that, she is pouring out the drinks for everybody. Hand them out and just lift it up and say, "Fortuna y Gloria."
Cheers.
And Xavier does slam the whole thing.
Oh, same.
And you will see that on the map there's a brief description of the blade you are looking for. The verdant edge of Crafir Drelesh. It is, through what information has been gathered, a short sword made of a bark-like dark metal that shimmers green in light, but has what looks like crimson veins running along the blade, and it is supposedly always warm to the touch.
Well, that sounds sinister, but I am not her decorator.
Yes. But as long as the money's good, I don't care
Well, it
what
seems
it is.
easy enough. It seems easy enough.
Yeah.
I like it. Go get a sword.
So, you, new kid, what's your deal?
So I mean, do we really need to go into the fantastical stories of how we got here? I need the money.
I mean,
And
I
I need
prefer
to-
fantastical story.
I need to not be in the same place. And it's a boring old story of, and Xavier starts pouring another another pour of the drink. It's really boring. Your classic needed to run away from some bad memories and
And you
people
know,
I'd rather not
memories
see.
likely to be chasing us.
No, these memories are far too busy to deal with anyone like me.
All right.
I lean over to Beyond V, and I'm like, I bet you got dumped.
See, it's claro. Oh, the sad bard. I did not, actually, and this is going to be out of character, because I think I would know it, but I did not catch your character's name, Adrian.
Her name is Gwinva, but she goes by Gigi.
Gee, that's cute.
Is there any other conversation or question you have for each other before your trek begins into the Tildek Wilds?
No, just perhaps a day to gather our necessary equipment before we head out.
Sure. And you all being seasoned mercenaries, plus Xavier, are used to the basic equipment you would need. There's no need to write down all the extras on your character sheet. You would know the various rations for the road, water skins, all of the above. And you set off into the Tildek Wilds, also known as the Red Rainforest, known for some of the fruit that these trees bear being bright red, giving sort of a crimson sheen to the canopy itself, and also the animals that consume said fruit, the various pathways, or even the jungle floor itself can sometimes be smeared with some of the innards of this fruit, giving red coloring to the ground. Leaves seem to almost choke out the sky above you. The canopy is so thick, and what was bright daylight before has become this blood-warm haze that's over all of you. Just the sea of crimson. The air itself is quite thick and unmoving, and you could hear off in the distance a horn sounds, like almost like the sound of a conch shell, far in the distance. You don't get the sense that this is an alarm of any sort or have anything to do with you. It's just something you hear out there. You are also aware at the sound of that it does mean some sort of humanoids are moving about in this jungle, not extremely far away from where you are. So this is where we're going to have a little skill challenge to see if you can avoid any members of the Unbroken Nation that are hereabouts in the jungle where you are traveling. You will need 3 successes before you have 2 failures. And if you fail, we will address that. So, Let me see who's up first. I'll just roll a d4 for that, because there's 4 of you.
Meep.
Gigi.
Just as Adrian steps away.
Amazing.
She's nice right now. Good.
Timing is impeccable.
Instead, that means Fafix.
Okay.
See, this is up to you. We'll get to Gigi next. So,
Teams.
Bro, it's literally been so long, I forgot I had to have fucking dice to play D&D.
so Fafix, you can choose one of 4 things. You can try and safely leave the group. You can try and identify any markers that patrols may have put out here. You may try and mask your group's presence, or you may try and sneakily avoid any patrols that may be out here. Which one would you like to choose?
I think I would like to try to mask our presence. As Fafix is kind of like going around, she starts kind of going like, but then like kind of like minor illusion is like popping up like in the far distance to try to like make it seem like other things are happening. So that anything that might be near us is taking attention away from us.
Normally this would be an Arcana check, but I happen to know for a fact your intelligence roll would be piss, because
Terrible.
your intelligence is garbage. However, you are not an intelligence-based spellcaster, so I don't feel right in penalizing you on that. So instead, roll a d20, and you may add your charisma modifier to it.
Sick.
You're level 2, these DCs are not that high.
Well, that's good.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 10, so that's a 14.
14, you are quite successful. So you are able to, using your illusion, basically able to, whenever like some of the vegetation clears up a bit, you're able to just put up a static illusion of some foliage to sort of block out any sight towards you all. So that will help mask your presence. Gigi, you will be the next one. Would you like to attempt to avoid any patrols that are out here, identify any markers that patrols might have left, or try and lead the group safely through the Red Rainforest?
I want to try to lead the group.
Alrighty. For that, I will need you to make a survival check.
That's probably nature. Okay. 14.
There you go. I did establish on the last one that a 14 would be successful. Not so much through experience going through such lush vegetation, but more through instinct and common sense. You look first for paths that seem to be very well traveled, and then you try and find the next best thing. As if there were patrols out here, they are probably taking the most traveled path. It is probably where they are used to treading. They are not on a full manhunt of any sort. As far as you know, there's no reason to be. So you slow your pace a bit. You move quietly, carefully, and every so often stop just to make sure you don't see anything, and more importantly, aren't seen by anything. As of yet, you have not encountered any individuals of the Unbroken Nation. You're not surprised by that, both by the massive expanse that is this rainforest, and also this is their terrain, and if they don't want to be seen, it's very likely they're not going to be. That is 2 successes. So if one of the last 2 of you succeeds, you succeed this entire skill challenge. Let's see if it's going to be Ionvi or Xavier. Well, Xavier, you lucked out because it's not you. So, Jamie, what
I'm
would you
not
like to
good
do?
at stuff.
Do you want to try and avoid patrols or identify markers?
I would like to identify markers.
Alrighty. That is going to be either a history or a nature check. Your choice.
Oh, god damn it. I was sure it was me investigation. Okay. Which of those sucks less?
Investigation would be
They're
to
the
find
same.
the markers.
They're the same. Let's see. First failure. That's a 9.
9 is not successful. As you are able to see a few markings here and there, and you find this marking on a tree trunk. You're discerning it, looking it over, where you're saying, okay, it's got 3 vertical marks on it. You're going, this must be like checkpoint 3 or something. That makes perfect sense. You travel a bit further and you find a somewhat mossy stone, and you can see it has the same 3 markings, but it has a 4th one that's an upward slash on it. And looking at that, you've never seen a tally marks done where it's a 4th one that's done differently. And in that moment, you quickly realize you have no idea what these mean. Xavier.
Mm-hmm.
This all falls on you, buddy.
It sure does.
You need to either make me a successful stealth or perception check.
Let's go with stealth.
Okay.
Look at both of those, just by the way.
Yeah.
Been sneaky.
What's an 18 say?
18 says you all are successful on this skill challenge. As Eonv is looking at this stone, trying to make sense of what these things could mean, you hear something shift towards you all. And silently, you put up a hand, gesture for everyone to take a different path, and following the map, you can tell you are still going closer to the tomb, assuming this map is accurate. And Xavier, as you peer back, you see about 5 to 10 minutes after you have gone off of the main path, because you're moving fairly slowly to not make too much noise, but you look back and you can see what looks to be about a half dozen humanoid individuals, very feline-like in their features. These would be tabaxi that you see walking down the path. They are armed. They do not look aggressive. You've seen patrols before in your travels. Clearly, this is just some sort of patrol. You get the sense you must be near some sort of settlement or encampment at the very least if they're patrolling, but you have no reason to believe they're going to suddenly veer off and come looking for you. You feel like you have gotten into the heart of where you need to be as you continue to approach the tomb. And you all travel for about an hour longer. The sounds of the patrol lost long behind you. Occasional sights of some animal life here, some very vibrant birds that take a gander at where you're going, but just seem curious at the new bipedal creatures walking through their territory. And eventually, the jungle begins to give way as you reach a small clearing. The canopy still vermilion overhead. But as this gives way, you can see where once you were going through foliage and vine, now there is moss and stone what looks to be somewhat ancient masonry roots snaking their way up along the sides. And you can see what is unquestionably at the center is a sealed stone double door with various carvings in it that look like tangled vines. And anyone who wants to can give me a perception or investigation check on these.
That'll be 12 on perception.
12 is the DC on this to notice, so anybody who gets 12 or higher.
I got 21 perception, or investigation rather.
Nice. So
Got a
what?
6.
Yeah, there's a door there.
Wow.
Looks like it's made of stone. You found it.
Guys, there's a rock. We did it.
What you notice about these vine carvings is they are out of alignment. It looks like a puzzle. Like they could be shifted to possibly align with each other.
Should have paid attention on puzzle nights. Oh yeah, doing puzzles, it's good for your brain. I should have listened.
I would like to check for traps.
Give me we'll just call this investigation.
Okay. Fucking cocked. Let's trace. That's 16.
16. So you diligently look over this doorway, around the edges, around the central seam of it, and you even spend some time looking at these various vine tiles, not digging your fingertips into them too far, just in case. And as you finish messing around with it, you feel pretty confident that it is completely safe.
Come, Guapo, I need your nimble fingers.
I can see what I can do.
I figure, well, actually, I guess I should ask, I'm picturing it as big enough that it would make more sense for two people to try to move it, but would it make more sense for me to just try and manipulate it by myself?
You could, but there are a lot of them. Many hands make light work, so somebody helping you isn't a terrible idea. And I will say with somebody helping you, it will lower the DC on this.
Okay.
So actually, I'll give you a choice. One of you can make the check with advantage with help, and it will be at the same DC, or both of you roll at a lower DC, but you both have to be successful. I'll give you a choice.
Will you tell us what kind of check it is?
I will. It is a dexterity check.
I mean, we're both pretty good at it.
I would say let's both roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've lowered the DC. You both must be successful for this to work.
That's a 19 from me.
Okay.
Ooh, is that a 1 or a 7? I hope it's a 7. Yeah, okay. That's it's a 12 for me.
Yeah. You are both successful. If it was a 1, you would not have been successful.
I know, I had to turn. Okay, no, good. That was the 1.
So, Xavier, you are able to get your half of the puzzle done slightly before your partner here, but not long behind EONV. Your last tile slides into place, and as the last thorn tile is lined up, you hear the sound of stone sinking in, like this, almost like this hissing stone on stone sound, and then you can feel this exhale of air from the tomb. It hits you all from the central crack as the two doors kind of pitch open at an angle, and then each they slide gently apart, and you can see going down at a slight angle this long root-choked passage. It narrows a bit the further you go down. You can tell just by looking at it from here. And on every surface, you can see that various plant roots are sort of bulging outwards. It doesn't look like it would get so confined that any of you could not get through. Fafix, you are the least concerned of anyone with your gnomish stature. You'd be fine. But it does get to a point where you would have to go single file. Like, there'd be no going 2 by 2 once you get what looks to be about 60 or so feet in. This is quite a long corridor. The one thing about it that is slightly peculiar is you can see just little beads of sunlight that come in every so often, with catching, the crimson of the outside. It's not just this clear, white light. But there are points where the light does peer through.
Really dramatical.
What?
It's very dramatic.
I mean, I feel like if anybody decided to be buried with their sword, they probably have a flair for the drama.
Or at least for a good story. But hey,
That's so right.
let's make one of our own. I'll go first.
Yeah, I was just going to ask for a marching order.
Before we go, I'm gonna give myself a little boop on the nose. I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Excellent.
Good call. I will do the same.
So you and I are pretty good, but and it's squishy.
All right, and so we have Xavier taking point. What is the rest of your marching order?
I would go behind him because I think I am probably better at looking for traps and stuff like that. But,
Being that
He
you
wants
are
to
a
go.
rogue, it is very likely that you are the best of this group at looking for traps.
yeah, if he wants to go first, I'm not going to fight with him. But, all right.
All right. And so we have Fafix and Gigi taking up the rear. I won't worry too much about your guys' marching order, only because, Fafix, you don't take up a lot of space. So again, if the dwarf and the gnome wanted to go side by side, kind of through this whole thing, I would allow it, because
Fix does just grab Gigi's hand because this is bestie.
Yeah.
oh,
Let's go.
besties, magic besties.
Magic besties. And I do just kind of whisper to Gigi. I was like, I'm not gonna lie, this new guy's actually doing a little bit better than I thought he was gonna do. He kind of gave me a little incompetent vibes, but he's doing pretty well.
I know. With the new fit and everything, I thought, but I'm happy to let him carry us, honestly.
I mean, again, I think it was just he was really giving I need to he even said it himself, I need to find myself vibes, and sometimes that can be a little, but so far I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah. Well,
Meanwhile,
let's see where we
Xavier
go.
has taken a pull of a flask while we're walking into the tomb.
You fast.
Yeah, it's impressive. I don't know how he's walking so straight while clearly drunk.
What's funny is, as those words are said, Xavier, since you are in the lead, as you step, you do feel the ground shift slightly underfoot. You don't fall or anything, but you do take a step, and just a stone tile lurches to the right. You feel your stance just kind of go a little bit wider.
Just a pose, but maybe watch your step.
I'm gonna. I would like to look at the ground, see if there was a pressure plate or what.
Go and give me an investigation.
Okay, a lot of these.
You probably will.
Oh, that is in that one. So for 8. So I have two different dice that are already retired. I may have to grab some more.
You don't seem to notice anything terribly out of sorts with this, and that thought, you realize a moment too late. It's because you were looking at the wrong part of the floor. And Xavier, since you are in the lead, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, can do. And that's a... What's my bonus here? Saving throw. So that'll be a 15.
You will succeed.
Thanks, plus 6.
You right yourself, and as you begin to continue forward, the next step you take, the ground beneath your foot completely gives way as a pit opens up, and you jump forward, landing, and you look back, and it drops down about 8 feet or so. The landing wouldn't have felt great, but you found it.
Ooh. So yeah, watch your step, everyone.
I lean back over to Gigi. I might have been wrong.
If you need help jumping, I can try and catch you.
And since the section has now given way, there is enough room to get around it on either side. Slowly, you kind of have to squeeze yourself up against the wall and kind of shuffle along. But you have time. Anyone who wants to is welcome to try and jump over it. It's not massive. That'd be an athletics check, but you can go around it for free. It just takes you a few seconds to do so.
I will 100% leap into Xavier's arms.
I'm not gonna make you roll because that's adorable. So I'm just gonna allow that to succeed on grounds of this adorable gnome leaping into another party member's arms.
Gotcha.
And I just give you a little kiss on the forehead. I'm like, you're doing so good.
I always do my best. Mm-hmm.
Well, doing your best isn't always good, but you're doing good.
Right?
You two, get out of the hole.
I'm not in the hole. I'm carried.
And I will. I mean, if you don't leap out of my arms, I will just hold you.
Yes.
As this corridor ends, you reach a doorway. There's no door on it, but as you pass through into this next chamber, you can see that on both sides of the walls they are lined with various holes, and the floor stones here are much smoother. They are less worn than the previous room.
That feels a little trappy to me. If somebody wanted to check that.
That is my job. So I'm actually, before I do that, what I want to do is grab my short bow.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shoot an arrow just kind of straight down the middle of the hallway.
Yep.
See what happens from all these openings on the sides.
Your arrow travels across the room.
All right, so we are concerned with the floor, and I'm going to check for traps with a die that hopefully doesn't fucking betray me.
Give me an investigation check.
You're gonna do great. And I'll give you, and at the word great, a little 8th note that looks a little worse for wear will just kind of dance off of my tongue and just land on your shoulder and will into a little glimmer. And you've got my bardic inspiration for a little bit.
Gracias. That is a 21.
21.
How does the bardic inspiration work now? I don't.
It's a D6, but it lasts for an hour, and you use it. You choose to use it after you fail.
Cool. Hey, a change I don't hate. That's nice.
Which is quite nifty.
Yeah.
So you said you got a 21?
Yeah.
Yes. So looking over the ground, you are able to see there are some pressure plates. And now that you know what to look for, it becomes obvious to you which ones are the pressure plates. So you are able to traverse this room, and you'd be able to point out to your allies, hey, don't step there, don't step there, don't step there. As long as you're moving slowly, like you have the time to look and see where you're moving for all of this, they're not that hard to avoid.
So yeah, I do that, and it's a little. I like to picture that the way she's moving through this hallway is a little bit like, oh my god, I can't remember the name of the movie. It's where Catherine Zeta-Jones plays a entrapment. Yes, I think you'd immediately know what I was talking about.
I've never seen it, but I know the cover box from when I used to work at Hollywood Video.
Yeah. Just kind of slinking around and stopping to point out the plates to everybody, and then the pressure points.
And also as you kind of notice all these holes on the walls. They seem like they're about the size of the shaft of a spear.
What do you reckon's in there?
I was saying, I'm gonna go watch Indiana Jones real quick and see what sort of traps we can expect. Spears would be my guess.
Yeah.
You don't want to know what I thought they were.
Bunch of glory holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that common in tombs?
Yeah.
Huh. Learn a new thing every
I
day.
suppose. Or...
I mean, welcome to mercenary work. There's glory holes everywhere.
That's interesting information to know.
I suppose. Any holes in glory hole if you are brave enough.
Thank you. Yes.
Be careful.
Yeah, just logging that away for the future.
Yeah.
Moving on into the next chamber, you are... I don't know if you're sad to find that there aren't various spear holes here, holes of glory, if you will. It sounds like some of you will. I don't know. It's not my business. But you can see that this room opens up slightly wider than the others, and there is a small, sort of like almost like a grove at the center of it. Plant life is, it seems like it's almost thriving here, and there are vines coming off of these central plants that have twisted very unnaturally. And something slightly unsettling about them.
Can I check if these are like natural regular plants or have been touched by the arcane in some way?
Sure. How do you want to do that?
Do you have a preference between Arcana or Nature for the check?
I have no preference. You choose the one you want to use, and you tell me what you're doing.
Arcana! I'm gonna go over, and I don't have Identify yet, but I'm practicing the theory behind it. So, I'll just kind of sit with them and focus on them, and I'm also pretty good at... Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna save you the roll, to be honest.
Oh, great!
Because as you're approaching, the vines begin to move. And they begin to twist. And they begin to shift towards the four of you, and I need all of you to roll for initiative.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think this dice likes me very much.
Oh no!
Oof, buddy. That's not a good roll. 25 to 20.
21.
30-20.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, Jamie and Alex, what did you two get?
9.
I'm gonna put Jamie first because I know she's got the higher dex.
100%.
Can I check between the two party members that I've been traveling with?
Yeah.
Does it benefit either one of you to go earlier in the round?
Well, that's right. You have alert.
Mm-hmm.
I have initiative swap, so I could swap with one of you if in our time traveling together, I have come to know that it's better for you to go first.
Not me.
Oh, I was gonna say, actually, I would say magic is going to do more against these vines than I can do with, like, twin daggers.
Okay.
Oh, I guess maybe me?
Oh, I do have alert. It's a 21. You wanna swap? Let's do it for fun so I can use things that I have.
I believe in you, Santa.
Yeah.
All right, so top of the round, we do have Jordan. You got the highest rolls. What do you want to do? And then we will have Adrian. You are right after that.
Yep. But before we do, we'll insert a small jump cut to make sure we can still hear Alex. And now we can hear everyone again.
So that is top of the initiative order. Xavier is up first. There are these two very angry-looking vines that are reaching towards you all. What would you like to do, Xavier?
Yeah, I will set down Fafix.
That's a free action.
And then kind of clumsily, and you can hear it clatter a little as I draw my rapier, and I'll go to stab at one of the plants.
Go ahead and make an attack roll, please.
And that's gonna be a... What's my bonus at level 2? 14 to hit.
14 just hits, so you can go ahead and give me damage on that.
Okay. Then I just barely stab for maximum, which says... Oh, yeah. So that's 14 points of damage.
Very nice. So reaching out with your rapier, stabbing into this vine, you're able to twist the blade slightly, getting a little more of a cut to it. Definitely doing damage. It doesn't react as if it's in pain, but then again, do plants have nerve endings? But you definitely did damage to it. Anything else for your turn?
No, I will just stay up here and just yell back, I think I got it once.
Well, it is still very active and moving, but it's damaged. Adrian, you are up. Jaime, you are on deck.
Okay, I will have been up by the plants, going to investigate them, pulling my transition lenses up to get a better look. And the moment that they start to move, I'll just kind of swivel my head back to Fafix with a look that's like, fuck my life. And I want to use my initiative swap.
Perfect. So that would mean Fafix, it is your turn then.
You kind of see, like, as Gigi looks at Fafix, like, all of a sudden, like, it's like the lights turn on upstairs, and she's just kind of locked in and, like, pulls a piece out of the air and flicks it, and I'm going to cast Firebolt at one of the vines.
The same one that Xavier is dealing with? Or...
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Make an attack roll for me, please.
Alrighty. I love these dice now. That's a natural 20.
Holy crap! So roll 2d10 fire damage for this firebolt.
I'm learning they just have to roll really bad first, and then... Oop. Fine. 14 points of fire damage.
Yeah, I was about to be all smug of like, well, with Firebolt, there's no way that they can take out this vine. However, it had 13 left and you did 14. So please describe how you burn away this vine that's currently being stabbed by Xavier's rapier.
So again, as I'm like pulling some like shimmery magic out of the air and I go to like flick it, I just kind of like look at Xavier really quick and being like, you've been good, I'm better. And I just set the vine ablaze.
And you will watch as it burns despite being fairly lush and healthy. Fire do what fire do, and this vine is slowly wilting away under the strength of your flame. Anything else you would like to do on your turn?
I'd like to back the fuck up, please.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That would say, Jamie, you are up.
All right, you said like vines were coming towards each of us, right?
I mean, yeah.
Is there a non-burned one for me to attack, or?
There's only one left. Like, there were two big old fuck-off vines.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, Fafix made that one not so functional no more.
Okay, well, in that case, I will attack with, you see her draw, or actually you don't see her draw. She just suddenly, like, kind of does this gesture and suddenly has daggers in both hands. And I'm going to attack the one nearest me. And here's my question, because I've not used, oh crap, I lost it. I haven't used Nick before. Is that 2 attack rolls?
So yeah, you get to make the extra attack with your offhand as part of your attack action. It doesn't burn your bonus action to do it.
Okay.
So make your first attack as part of your action first. We'll resolve them separately.
Okay.
And I will say, just in terms of how everything is working in this room, as far as adjacency, these things are big. Xavier's close enough that I think this would technically give you sneak attack because they're both coming off of the central thing. So if you do hit, you could roll an extra d6 on it.
Well, does 12 hit?
12 just hits. No, I lied. I'm sorry. Wrong number. Their AC is 14.
You still have my bardic.
You still have bardic inspiration. You were just told you failed.
Oh, that's right. Thinking. Yep. Okay.
It's a d6.
In that case, yeah, and I rolled a 5. So,
17. That will hit.
Yes.
So,
okay.
Yeah, roll your damage and then add a 1d6 for your sneak attack.
Okay, so that's 7 plus. Oh hell yeah! So 13 points of damage.
Nice. As you stab your dagger deep into this, twisting it slightly as you cause a split in the vine, doing worthwhile damage on your first strike. So you go ahead with your offhand, you make the second attack on this, and then you don't add your modifier to the damage on the offhand. It's just the die roll, if it hits.
Okay. So that's 14 on the die, so that hits.
That definitely hits, yeah. So just roll a d4 and whatever it rolls.
4.
Okay, very nice. 17 points of damage total as you all watch this bronze-eyed rogue. She goes up, spinning around, stabbing the dagger in deep, twisting it, and then bringing the other one around onto the same spot. And then as you pull them out, you kind of pull in separate directions to cause a nice split in there. Some significant damage done. And now, because the initiative swap, that will bring it to Gigi. Go ahead.
One last thing.
Yeah, go ahead. Don't let me stop.
No, bonus action, just disengage and move as far away as I can.
That's reasonable. Gigi, what do you got?
I'll pull a pencil or a quill out of my bun and draw a sigil on my hand, and I'll point it to where this gap has kind of been, and I will cast Ray of Frost.
Love
to
it.
the best of my ability.
Make an attack roll.
17.
That'll hit. Just gonna give that frost damage.
Max 8 points of cold.
8 points of cold damage as your ray of frost hits down into this crack, and you can see the ice expanding outwards, causing it to split even more. This vine is looking rough. It is still moving. However, anything else for your turn?
I will also move back.
Excellent. That makes it the vine's turn. And it will lash about, and it's going to hit one. Well, it's going to try and hit one of you. It doesn't automatically do it. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 2. That means Alex. It's coming after Fafix. So it will try.
I did kill its friend, so.
It did. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
You son of a bitch.
So you will suffer 8 points of bludgeoning damage as this slams right down on top of you, and a additional vine busts straight upward out of the center, and it is going to attack you, Xavier. Xavier does a 17 hit.
It does.
Okay. That's max damage again for 8 points of bludgeoning damage as it just smashes Xavier right across the chest. That'll bring it back to Xavier's turn. The one vine that has been stabbed on and frozen is looking really friggin' rough, and the other one is fresh as a daisy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get at the one that's already hurt.
All right, make an attack roll for me, please.
Another stab. That'll be 17 to hit.
That will hit. You can roll damage if you wish, but your minimum will destroy it.
Well, I'm glad because I rolled the minimum.
It has 2 left, bud.
Cool.
So yeah, you stab your rapier into the same spot where it was splitting, and as you thrust in there and just give it a twist, you're able to tear away as this second vine hits the ground. And you can now see, as these 2 vines you've taken out have stopped moving, that what looked to be the central mass of it was this third, and you can clearly see now final vine of them.
Yeah. And I'll try and step in the way, and I step in the way, I take a deep breath, and remember what Rekarth taught you? And I'm going to use one of my second winds.
Okay. Second wind. That is going to bring it to Alex. What is Fayfix wanting to do in this moment?
For a brief moment, like the little valley girl comes back after she's kind of hurt. She's like, ow! But then gets like really angry again and really like locks in and pulls that like magic out of the air again. It's like, that hurts. Except for it kind of like shocks a little bit and bursts out of her hand. I'm actually going to do a chaos burst.
Ooh.
Chaos bolt instead.
Love it. Make an attack roll.
Hurt me. I am not shitting you. That was another natural 20.
Yo! Do not mess with Fayfix!
Don't hurt me! Holy
Give me that crit
shit!
damage.
So that's... I'm so sorry, Bjorn. It's gonna be 2d8 and 1d6 2 times.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Awesome.
I got really mad at the vine.
Yeah.
Okay, but to see what kind of damage it is, it's gonna be force damage.
Okay.
So that's 7 to 9. And where's my D6? I don't know what these dice look like.
This is delightful. I have not experienced this spell yet, and I'm just giddy over what's about to happen.
28 points of force damage.
We are level 2.
So, Fayfix, please describe to me how you annihilate this vine.
So like, she is hurt, but she like stands up, and again, the most like vapid girl in the world is all of a sudden like so locked in, and like this really big like shit-eating grin was just like, this is why I hate plants. And as like the energy in the air kind of like starts to like fizzle around her hair kind of like stands up a little bit, and then it's just the vine like collapses in on itself and it's just gone. like implodes.
Will watch as it just crushes inward under Fafix's spell. You all are able to take a moment to catch your breath. This pile of plant mass is moving no more as you took out the 3 vines. Before you continue on to the next chamber, you have a moment to check in with each other.
Hey, Fix, are you okay?
No, that hurt really bad.
I can try and help a little if you'd like.
Okay.
And I'll start to reach out my hand and just like, where's the bruise? And do you mind if I
love a gentleman.
Well, I'm not just gonna.
No, you see this giant mark with a vine slap me across the face? Yeah.
And then I'll just put my hand just really lightly on your cheek, and I'll tap a little bit of a just a little bit of a beat on my on the body of my lute on my back, and I will cast Cure Wounds on you.
Thank you.
And so that'll be probably enough to get you up to full. That's 13 points of healing.
Well, my max is 14, so
Yeah.
I am so good.
Right?
Like, oh, thank you. Also, a little bit used to that. I get a little crazy sometimes. Sorry.
That was a lot.
I'm pretty hard to get upset, but when I do, I'm going to kill you.
Fafix is the friend that after they make a complete ass themselves at a party, people were like, oh, she had tequila, didn't she? It's like...
That's also Alex.
Sometimes art imitates life, my friend. Sometimes
I am who I am.
And we love you for that.
I certainly know better than to anger a spellcaster.
Are you okay? You did really good.
Yeah, I'm good. The weapons training is paid off. Guess music can't do everything.
I mean, I turn over to the other two and I'm like, I think that wasn't bad, right?
I am glad that I'm with 3 mages, I will say that.
Yeah. And oh my god, you always do like the slice and dice so well. If you ever wanted to, you should be a chef. I know I've said this before, but like, I really think you should consider this.
I don't know if I know how to slice and dice something that is not coming at me. If it stays still, it's just...
We can just like chuck food at you and see what would happen.
You can make it into a
that
show?
moment, the players invented Fruit Ninja. Fruit Ninja is now canon in this campaign. That's how it's played.
Monica's gonna hate me.
Yeah. But it does go by the name. It does go by the name Ion V Slice and Dice.
Yep.
Yes.
That may be the session title. Actually.
Love it.
But after catching your breath, you are able to leave this guardian grove of sorts, going through the next passageway. You enter a chamber different than the others before. Different in the sense that this is the first one that has had evidence of anybody having traveled through it before. As across this room, not in any sort of uniform way, you see various rusted weapons and bones that just kind of litter this place. And all over the walls, you see words scratched into it. And whatever languages you speak doesn't matter in this case, only in the sense that in every language you know how to read, you see the same two words etched over and over again. Leave it. But that's where we'll continue on the next time we go into the further depths of this tomb as we find out what lies at the heart of the tomb of Krafir Drelesh and what is this verdant blade. That is for next time, when we will delightfully find out what chaos awaits.